Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of our D&D campaign. We're all here. Scott's got his magical robes on at the moment, hood up, covering his beautiful face.
He does.
Trying to look like some sort of low-budget assassin. Yes, we are just waiting for some battle maps to get ready, and we'll be underway with episode 1. In the meantime, we'll just go around to do the introductions. So as you can see in the top left there, we've got Scotty himself, D&D master, game master, sorry. And
Hello.
It's a
right,
dungeon master.
to my right, the lady who's just literally resubscribed to my channel, thank you so much, is Rachie, otherwise known
What
as
just happened to the screen? What is that?
Rachie.
Sorry, right, the
Dan exploded.
B, I got B. To my right,
Hi.
playing our high elf ranger, Nyx. Next to her, we got Alex.
She's a moon elf.
Was it moon elf?
She's a moon elf.
Moon elf. Okay,
Yeah.
memory good.
That's what high elves are.
You're in barbarian mode already. Yeah,
I'm already in barbarian mode. I never left character.
Just embrace it.
And then next to her we have Alex, who is playing Lex
Hello.
Vias Conway.
Sorcerer, so I go.
How do you go again?
And then next to him, that's Rachie. Next to him,
Hi. Hello
who's
there.
playing Selena, our other sorceress, sorcerer, and also a high elf or moon elf, whatever. Person with pointy
Moon
ears.
elf.
And next to her we have Andy Johnson playing Logan, our war cleric. And above
We're
him,
gonna die. We're gonna die.
and the shitting on the cleric has already started. And up above him we have Andrew Hall playing Malice, our wood elf.
Dabby guy, yes.
Wood elf swashbuckler.
A bit edgy.
Thank you, Rachie.
You're welcome.
Our edgy boy. Oh my god, he drinks water like Donald Trump.
Oh,
Low below
one
man.
of the
Someone's
worst
get-
insults.
Someone's getting axed.
Yeah. You need to watch out, Lex.
He can't heal me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
But you'll be able to run circles around him. You can confuse him. It's easy.
What's going on? Why won't
Oh,
you
I
stay
just
still?
slapped something red on my hand.
Oh my.
But yeah, and
My.
yes, I'm excited to put my D&D tray to use for the first time and use my dice for the first time and stuff. And
Which we still can't see.
hopefully I don't need to use the timeout chair for any of my dice. But
Time out.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Someone
someone-
just disappeared, so
Oh.
everything's
I'm
about
out
to go.
already.
Six. My cousin
Welcome
Nick's, where's
to
she
the
gone?
background
Oh,
of Dan's setup.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god, we look crazy on the screen. We jumped.
yeah, I know. I just saw it, it's like, no.
Oh, we can see who the culprit is. We can see the culprit.
Yeah, the culprit
Oh,
is
look
there.
at the stats coming up. They look amazing.
Yeah, thank you. That was mainly that was Alex who did that for us.
I love that you took the thanks. It wasn't me.
I did have a lot of help with that, but yes, I do like the way it is. It's very beautiful. Everyone can see our stats
Yep.
there. I think.
And they're all exactly as rolled.
And they are for some, but then others needed to be adjusted because some had really good luck.
Yeah. Some
And yet-
people rolled their stats
Yeah.
and came out essentially worse than a town guard. Just like, some dude just walking in and go, "Hey, I'm Wilson. I'm here for the adventuring," and everyone just looking at them like they're a paper salesman.
But no, announcements. I will potentially be streaming tomorrow, depending what's going on. Not sure what I'll be streaming yet. And then I'll be doing something on Thursday and Friday as well, because I'm actually doing decent shifts this week.
Right.
Ooh,
So
yay.
might do some horror gaming on Thursday and potentially some Bannerlord stuff on Friday. So if anyone wants to pop in on Thursday or join in any games, then let me know.
You still need to teach me Phasmophobia because I bought it, but I've never played it yet.
Oh, I'm more than happy to do that with you.
I'm in for that. Can I help?
You can.
Can I
You
help?
can help.
Please.
We can do that Thursday.
Why? Why am I thinking that this was a bad idea?
Oh, it was. It was a terrible idea, especially with all the
Every
new
time I
updates.
play
No, it was fine, it was
Phasmophobia, I
fine.
die.
Me too.
Fair enough.
Like
Also,
instantly.
But
Let's
yeah,
do it.
We'll do that on Thursday then. That'll be
Atla.
no.
Oh,
Right.
kissy girl.
Yeah.
Never mind. I can't do it.
Rachel, you got any announcements this week that you want to make for your streams or anything?
Just I'll be back streaming tomorrow. More Resident Evil. That'll be fun.
Really nice.
Thanks.
Any other this
Which
any
one? Is
others
it
this
Village?
week?
No, it's the first one, the remastered version.
All right.
Yeah. No one warned me about the giant sharks. That was mean. I was warned about the tarantulas though, so they're still not fun.
Yes.
Do you not like sharks?
No. In a fear of them.
Okay.
Oh,
Should not have said that. Do not
Oh, no.
discuss your fears in front of him. Do not.
Oh no.
I myself have a terrible and crippling fear of the Swedish volleyball team.
It's alright, they're all fairly scared of you as well.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
what
you're
I'm
scared of the
Australian
male
audience.
volleyball team.
I'm really scared of rolls with advantage.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, especially when someone else has them against you. Yes.
Well, I'm benevolent and loving God, so I'll make sure you don't have to do that then.
It was worth a go.
Curses, my plan backfired.
It was worth a go. You can't blame a man for trying.
I was speaking to Andy the other day to Jay while we were playing Grounded that Dan would really enjoy that game.
He
There are
would.
definitely no giant spiders in there.
No, there aren't spiders that are the size of like a house coming
Yes.
in. And they don't sneak up on you in the dark and then jump at you.
They
with,
do
like, a
not do
really
that, no.
weird Noise
Oh,
either.
I've
No.
just found a game I'm not playing. Thanks, guys.
And yet you should.
But
Good
No,
stuff.
you should. It's a really good game.
that's why we can't see it. Fair enough.
You showing them our battle
Showing
map.
them our battle
Yay.
map.
I love your fur, by the way.
Thank you. It's Iron Wolf uniform.
Iron Wolf
Amazing.
Iron
uniform.
fur.
I wish you
Iron
would
Wolf.
show more of yourself
want
and
it.
less of the ceiling, though.
Shut up. Look at my ceiling. If you squint real closely and like that bit up there, there's a little message for you. Can you see it?
It says, "Hey."
Yeah, read the rest of it.
Oh.
What?
So you're being naughty again.
What are you doing?
No,
can't
you
see.
can't say that. You can't do that on the stream. He'll get banned.
Well, it's very small.
What did you
Stop
put?
being a bunch of penises.
I didn't put anything on. I didn't put anything,
Oh, you can say that.
I didn't put anything on there. I didn't put anything on there.
Oh,
I just
dear.
Right.
enjoy.
But
New
yeah,
rule: no
that's,
more drawing on the board.
But yeah, that's.
Look at that look Scott just gave, like, stop it. Hey.
That's
This is
all of our
This is all
announcements.
going like inside the list, so do what you like.
Technically, we haven't started yet, so it's all good.
This is
Yeah,
factually correct.
The DM is a god. He has understandings of both the in-character world and the out-of-character world. And if you think he won't hold it against you, you, sir, are a fool.
Yes, that's
Who's
all the
a fool?
announcements
Who's
and
being a
stuff.
fool?
We just need to. Well, it's down to the
Okay.
DM whenever he's ready.
You amuse yourself for a minute, and I will return shortly. Do your thing, do whatever it is you got to do, and I'll be back in a minute.
Cool.
Cool. Well,
I
I've
would
done
like,
everything that
I will
I've needed to
pay-
do, so.
I will pay 3,000 points if you do a little song and a little dance down.
No.
4,000 points.
No.
5,000
Just
points.
I cannot sing. I cannot sing nor dance.
Praise.
I can't sing nor dance.
7,200 points.
Why?
Put on a tune and boogie.
I will donate 3 bits if you sing and dance.
I'll dance with you.
I don't know any
Okay.
songs.
Can we choose a song?
my fire,
Do it.
the one
Block it.
Yeah.
desire, believe when I say I want it that way. Tell me why.
I love it.
This is the best D&D session we've ever had.
The bar has been set.
Yeah, so the first 20 minutes of us being live on our episode 1 has just been us singing, waiting for Scott to get ready with his battle maps.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Listen, the way I see it, if we're not playing, we're not dying.
True.
We're not
Wisdom.
going to die. Scott's a very kind and loving DM. I needed to said that with a straight face. Give me some credit.
Oh, I rename you Logan the Comedian.
Yay, biddies.
Yay.
Ah.
3, like I said.
3 whole bits.
I don't actually have any bits. Do I have to do it?
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
You promised him that
promised
you would
it
pay
what?
3,000
5,000.
bits if he did a little song. He did a little song. Where are his bits, sir?
how do I change?
So,
It's too late for that now, Alex. You're never going to change at this point.
to get 5,000 bits, it will cost you
Yay.
£62.64.
It's a
Here you go. That'll do.
Yay, biddies. I've also
Aw,
forgotten to
biddies,
change the
titties.
I've also forgotten to change the sound alerts, so that's going to be interesting throughout the stream today.
I actually have your stream muted, so I have no idea what the sound alerts are.
It's just a little be-doo. Normally I have like a coin sound effect, but
Oh, I see.
I forgot to put it on and I can't be bothered to do it now. So yeah, if anyone is just joining in us, we're just waiting for our DM to come back and we'll be hopefully getting on with the session. We shall see.
I'm just going to refill my goblet and I'll be right back.
No worries.
Bye.
Will that work? Yes!
You messing about
Dan
with
is
commands?
number one. Dan is number one. And he's dying. Wow, that
I'm
was
getting
a lot of coughing, my friend.
I'm getting really fed up with this cough now.
You should really look into that.
It's not COVID.
Well,
No. It's really not, because we've tested a lot over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's
it's
good.
Not COVID.
everyone,
He had
please
that
get
cough before
vaccinated.
renewal.
I already have. I got my had my double jab the other day.
I had my second jab on Saturday. So
Nice.
Well, yesterday actually.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Means you can travel soon.
Well, I can
Whoop whoop.
get one of those. I can get one of them vaccine passports.
Yes.
Have you had your second jab yet?
Literally
got-
yesterday. I
Yesterday.
literally
Okay.
just said that.
Okay. So I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
I could notice that. I could just see your eyes glaring off into the distance. Like,
I'm trying to fix things.
the fuck? Why are there little red men on my screen?
I'm
Please.
setting the mood.
Setting the mood. I think we already did that at the beginning.
You can never go wrong with too much mood.
Too much mood.
Too much mood.
Oh.
Also, I'm getting my 5th daily sugar intake, so this is not good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to before putting this onto YouTube, gonna have to probably edit the shit out of it so that we just start it from when we actually start the game.
Well, yeah. Or not. This is amazing content.
Top content.
This
Top
is the
quality.
greatest content that ever did content,
And it did content.
and it did content. You've got in the top there. You've got Ginge just staring soulfully at the wall.
Exactly.
So funny.
It's almost mournful. You've got to wonder what he's thinking about.
Where is my token?
Lost in thought.
Do I have my token?
No, you do not have your token.
No, you do not. There isn't a map up there. Is there a map up there? I don't know what's going on. I'm writing.
No.
No, there's no map.
Then, no.
But
then
I
there's
would
no
like a
token.
token, though.
No map, no token.
You're so rude.
Dem's the rules.
Them the rules.
You
No
are
map,
so
no joker.
good.
I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
Yeah, you
No,
do.
you don't.
Yeah, you do.
You don't
make
follow the
all
rules.
rules.
They don't need to know that. Shut up.
Oh, dear.
How do I change my dice on D&D Beyond?
You go to the button that says
Oh.
dice, and then you do it from there.
Oh, dear. Sorry about that. Just some mild vomiting. That's all good.
Oh shit, you alright?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm fine. Well, that's a lie. I'm not fine, but I'm here, and it's okay.
That doesn't sound fine.
That doesn't sound fine at all.
Oh,
It's not fine at all.
You were very happy about it.
I don't think you fully understand how much I've been looking forward to this.
Throwing, hang on,
What,
throwing
the
up or D&D?
Yeah, vomiting or the D&D.
Oh, man, I love me some vomiting.
I
I just
am
couldn't
very
wait.
looking forward to throwing up.
I always knew you were a strange man.
I cannot lie.
No,
Okay.
okay.
So,
Oh,
what have I missed? Well, we covered.
not much. We've just been chatting about. I did a song and dance. Got bits for it.
You did a song and dance.
Yeah.
yes, he
Yeah.
did. He did. I want
Wow.
it that way.
Chilled,
But
man.
tell me why.
Literal chill.
Goosebumps. It was beautiful.
But yeah.
It's-
Cool. Well, it's in your hands, Scott. When you're ready.
Should probably stop
Well,
writing.
okay.
shouldn't I?
So-
Yeah, do that.
We are beginning our game and our story in a faraway land. I hate this bit, so you just have to go with it. We join our group of odd misfits on the planet of Hazelon, on the continent of Vand, in the sweltering heat of the Free Harbours on the western coast of the continent. The Free Harbours is a rowdy, unruled part of the world that is governed largely by a series of pirate barons, trade princes, and general rich and powerful, for want of a better word, assholes. It is also the home of all freedom in the land, good and bad. No rule is enforced within this part of the world except on the edge of a sword. It's the place to be if you don't want to have the boot of any king on your neck, and fortunes can be lost and made in any given afternoon. We join an odd bunch of characters, all of which have led interesting lives long before ever coming to this place. Some have run away from the life that they knew. Some have left in search of adventure. Some have nowhere else to be. But together they have crossed paths, headed out into the world, and over the course of the last 6 months, they've made something of a name for themselves. They're not heroes of the highest caliber, but there is certainly a scattering of villages, and no few number of people that owe their current existence and safety to the skills, wits, and abilities of this particular crew. We join them as they're strolling down a dusty street with sandstone buildings on each side, bunting strung across overhead in bright colours, purple and red and yellow. There's a light atmosphere in the air of an already chaotic city. This is the city of John Joe's Ruby, founded by pirates, occupied largely by pirates, and tolerated by everybody who isn't a pirate, because this is where you can find anything that you want to find. It's purely chaos in this city. There are 1,000 races, 1,000 languages, and only one rule. You do as you're told by Sindric's men. Sindric is the pirate baron of this town, and he's holding a celebration because today marks the 200th day, the 200th year since John Joe's Ruby was founded. A when the famous pirate captain John Joe wrecked his ship here and just decided to stay. It's not a glorious story. That's more for the great knights and kings of the world. But it's real, and it is what they do best. So, what would anybody see as they're walking down the street? Who wants to describe themselves first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So, Naravak is a very tall, 9-foot Goliath barbarian, heavily muscled, big broad chest on him, and does it basically like this. Just, obviously think more muscly and bigger chest. And despite this, he doesn't really wear armor. He just has a few little hide bits stuck here and there, and a little belt around his waist, and trousers. I'm wearing trousers.
I like trousers.
And that's me.
Yes.
What do go in order of the display actually? So Nyx.
Okay.
So Nyx is 5'4" elf. She has long white blonde hair, and she has very pale skin that has a slight blue tinge to it, and she's just wearing basic leather armor and is just enjoying the city's atmosphere.
Excellent. Alex.
Well, I am Lexvius, and Lexvius is a nondescript tiefling with red skin. He likes to think that he is nondescript, but in this land of different races and different people, maybe it is so. What he's doing at the moment is he's actually walking down the streets. He's looking for, trying to figure out if there are any shops around, or if there is a particular shop that would have jewelry or a jewelry maker in the area. How would you like me? Do you want me to actually go for this now? Or?
Let's just let everybody introduce themselves a little bit
No
first and just
problem.
describe themselves, and then we'll get on to what you. Then you can start your epic adventure by shopping.
So at the moment, he's walking around and he's taking the lay of the land,
Excellent.
trying to figure out what is what and who is who.
All right then, Celine.
Yeah, my character's name is Celine Beauchamp. She's wearing leather armor with bits of chainmail. She has long black hair and purple eyes and pale skin. And she carries a knife and a sword. And she's a sorceress from a draconic gold dragon line. And she's here with her cousin, who's taking in the sights.
Logan.
Logan is a human. He's 6-footish tall. He's clearly outfitted for battle in equipment that it's clearly was expensive, and it's good quality, but it's not flashy or showy. It's simple. It's simple chainmail, simple fur, which he's wearing despite the heat because he won it, so he's wearing it. He's got a big hammer and a shield of sort of black iron metal that looks like it's dwarven in make, which is a bit weird. But somehow the shield seems just the right size for him, despite the fact that it was clearly dwarven. And yeah, he's looking for ale, if anyone cares. He wants to go to the pub and have a drink.
Like him.
Right, then that brings us finally to Malice.
So Malice is a wood elf originally. He's got long black hair. He's got a few tattoos from his time being a wood elf. He's also covered in scars because he does like a bit of a scrap. He's had a bit of a bad time recently, so he looks quite bedraggled. He spent a lot of time on the streets. But you'll find him in light armor, which is the main imagery is kraken tentacles on it. Also carries around a rapier. You'll normally find him in a pub, normally having fights, to be fair, and he's got a very bad reputation because of it. He's also was a bit of a pirate back in the day, so he's kind of quite in keeping with this kind of area.
Okay. Yeah, you're heading through the street. Your group has you've been together for a little while. You've travelled together. You've challenged the odd bandit camp here and there. But there's still an edge to the group. There's not an easy camaraderie that's settled in yet, and it's very apparent that there is a hard split down the middle of this group between the rougher, ready characters and the ones who seem to have a little bit more about them. Now, you might even want to say that this is split down between boys and girls, but that does seem to be the way that it's naturally fallen. So as you're heading through the streets of John Joe's Ruby, you notice that the atmosphere is pretty light. Everybody walking around seems to be, off work for the day. There doesn't seem to be a great deal of business going on. The market stalls are bare, but there's a lot of people, all wearing some brightly coloured clothes, all drinking from some form of tankard, cup, goblet, stein, horn, whatever they've got their hands on. And there's a party mood in the air. Lexius, you're looking around. Can you make, let's take an investigation check for you. You can have the first dice roll
of the evening.
Hey, thank you very much. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Let's do this. Well, I've got an 11.
An 11. Okay. You walk past several shop signs, several storefronts, all of which seem to be pretty much locked and shut for the day. One of them has a parchment that's been nailed against the wooden door that seems to have been knocked together out of driftwood, and scrawled in big black letters, it just says, "Gone drinking." You find you walk past a couple of, tinker's carts, a couple of shops that look like they'd be able to help you on any other day but today. Everybody seems to be migrating towards the port, towards the actual, waterfront. But everywhere there's a lot going on. A couple of kids come running past you, hitting a wooden wheel with a stick until the stick breaks. They start arguing, and one of the kids picks up the wheel and smashes the other one over the head with it, and they run off screaming and crying. But other than that, it's a normal day in a dusty, almost tropical, Pirates of the Caribbean-like settlement. What would you like? What would you like to do?
Brilliant. Well, first, watching those kids really reminded him of his own childhood. The wheel hitting is something I used to do as a child, and I'm very glad to see that it's catching on in the other lands. It's fantastic.
Yeah, ancient traditional game.
Yes. I think, I think about this for a little bit, and I realized that if I am to find anyone at all who could help me, I should probably find a drinking hole, the busiest and the best in town. And I think I will make my way there.
Okay.
So I guess I'll join the crowd.
We're going to assume that there's a couple of you who are pretty much on the same page. Does anybody have any different thoughts? Anything else they want to do? I mean, by all means, you're all walking along in a group. Nobody's really interacting with you because you're getting some strange looks. This is a cosmopolitan part of the world, but there are probably more elves in this one group of people, your little adventuring party, than is in the rest of this city. In fact, probably in the rest of all the Free Harbours put together. This is probably the highest concentration of elves outside of outside of their own particular hidden kingdoms. So you're drawing some looks. And that's without Naravek kind of walking around like a statue that's come to life. Yeah.
So we're actually all together.
Along.
We're all together at the moment.
Yeah, you're all just
Brilliant.
walking along the street. You've gotten into town. You've been heading this way essentially because you were at a loose end. Your last caper together is actually how you met. Lexius, Naravek, Malice, Logan, after your own series of adventures meeting each other, you'd decided to go and make some extra money by breaking up a bandit ring, which, instead of making money, Celine and Nix had just decided that they found some horrible men. These horrible, nasty, dirty bandits that were causing trouble, and they just decided to kill them anyway. They didn't even want the money. They weren't taking it as a job. They were just going to kill them. They're just bad people.
Okay with that.
Yeah, standard.
And they just narrowly managed to avoid killing you four as well, because, you kind of look like bandits. You're a red-skinned devil man, a hulking barbarian, a grizzly emo elf pirate man, and Logan. Essentially looks like a really, really well-off bandit man. He's covered in armor, and he's a human.
So, emos are canon in this world, yeah?
Got a lot of emo cannon.
Yeah, I know.
Evil's definitely canon.
Fantastic.
But yeah, essentially, you guys stumbled across the same goal without really meaning to, but you did really, really well together. It all worked very well. You managed to, chase these people away, those that you didn't manage to pulp into tiny, fine grain mush. But that was it, really. It's a real quiet part of the land. And you just all decided, after a bit of conversation, that, hey, the nearest city's the Ruby. They're having, it wasn't a secret that there's a bit of a festival day coming up. Why not? Why not head down there and give it a go? And that's essentially where you're at. That's how you've entered the city, and you're being swept along with the crowd. Everyone's headed towards the waterfront, and all the shops are shut, but the taverns aren't. Every tavern in the town is doing heaving business, even the ones that are off the beaten path. The largest one, it doesn't take a lot of conversation to find out, is called the Drunken Guppy, and it is right down on the docks in the middle of a market square. You're more than welcome to head along there, or you can do whatever you've got to do. You feel free to talk. You can talk to yourself. There's a lot you don't know about each other. Or head straight there and just get on with the business of getting pissed up. It's your show.
I'm going to ask a question. Has any one of you guys, ladies, gentlemen, been here before?
I was just
Does anyone
wondering
know
if
this?
Malice has been here before, being a pirate.
Oh, he probably
Yeah.
definitely has been here, has he?
Yeah.
Probably too drunk to remember, though, to be fair. It's all a bit of a
But-
haze.
Would you be able to maybe smell the air and see where the best places would be?
I
In fact,
don't.
make an intelligence check for us, Malice. Let's see what you remember in your drunken pirate haze.
Not much by the looks of that. 4.
Four.
It's very good.
Drinking.
You've definitely seen cities before.
Yeah,
You think? Maybe. Possibly.
all look the same.
I don't know.
Oh.
If you have been here, you were too pissed up to leave the ship. You have no idea. But you do know a little bit about the Free Harbours in general, because you've spent a great deal of your time since leaving your home village. You've spent a great deal of your time around these lands, and it won't be hard for you to fit in. Can't say much for the rest of this lot, but you look like a local.
I'm really
It's
sorry,
scumbag.
but you need to announce when you get a natural one.
Oh,
You got
yeah.
a natural one.
That was
Yeah,
an
the
actual one.
natural one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That's my first roll. Yes. Success.
Let it rain.
Oh, it's doing all the emotes. Why is it doing all the emotes?
Wouldn't it?
The what?
It was doing
What?
it was doing every single emote, not just the Nat 1 one.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
oh,
that's
look
what's
where those emotes go.
So that's what we're
Somewhere
doing.
in there, somewhere in there, there is a
natural.
natural one, and that is the one that belongs to Malice.
All right. Well, I'll fix that.
Oh,
in a
B,
minute,
your
but
emotes are so good.
yeah, they're amazing. Anyway,
Sorry for interruption.
Sorry.
Please
No,
continue.
back to game.
Well,
Um,
Logan's a simple-minded soul, so I'm just gonna walk up to some random local. You, urchin, where's the best pub in this town?
Logan's gonna get us
Urchin.
Oh no, a merchant again.
No.
The thing that you approach looks up at
Hoping
you.
it's the same merchant, please.
It's not an urchin. It's a halfling man with grey hair and a long mustache. And he looks
It's
up
back
at you.
to me.
He looks up at you. Says, "Yes. What's that? What'd you
Oh.
say?
Pub. Where is the best pub in this city?
The best pub? Not for the... you're too big for the best pub.
The best pub that he, and I just point at Naverick, can fit in, please.
He
The widest.
squints across the street at Naverick. Looks up. Oh, I've got a prick in my neck. Oh. God, he's a big one, isn't he? Oh,
Yes.
no, they're not. No,
My friend is large.
you best get gone to the Guppy. It's the biggest tavern on the waterfront. They've got a wonderful little terrace. He could sit outside, take in the breeze. It'd be great. But
He
just
can't fit in through the door, can he?
no, not in He's far too big.
Can you
Oh.
kindly point us in the direction of the waterfront, please, my good man?
He looks at you like you're a cretin. He looks at you like an absolute cretin. Raises a tiny walking stick and points towards the clearly visible ocean.
The waterfront district is.
It's in the name, son. It's in the name. That
you.
way.
Thank you, small grubby man.
And he just holds his hand up to you.
No, Narvey walks over and high fives it. and walk.
Make a strength check for me.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna kill him. Oh no, that poor man.
He's gonna go
Oh
flying.
no.
Got a 9.
A 9.
It wasn't good. It wasn't a
Oh,
good
God.
roll.
You
Is he
don't
okay?
kill the halfling.
Oh, good.
But he does yelp and fall over backwards a little bit against the wall of his little house. So,
And I just walk off towards the waterfront.
please don't bring in gratitude. Just go that way. Leave me be.
Oh.
Right,
Just
I'm just
run
gonna.
away.
Yeah, I
Guys,
just
I
walk-
think,
Yeah, run.
I think we better. I think we better
Yeah.
walk away from here.
Skedaddle.
Yeah,
Please,
you're drawing some funny looks.
Naravek, don't touch anyone again, please.
I was just being nice. You told me to be nice to people. I was just being nice.
Listen, we've talked about this
Oh.
before,
Yeah, nice without
and you
touching.
need to be gentle and careful with them. Okay. However, if they try to stab you, what do you do then?
I rip their heads off.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I just.
The halfling is looking at you, and I didn't try to stab anyone. It's a walking stick. And he really forcefully tries to thrust the walking stick to Narevek for his approval. I wasn't going to stab him, but he can't see the sea. It's there.
Thank you for your help. It wasn't actually my friend here who couldn't see the sea. It was the other one, but it's okay.
He
we will
squints again.
leave.
You all look the same to me, you big uns. And then he just holds his hand out again.
Can I give him a silver piece and thank him for telling us where the tavern is?
You absolutely can't. His eyes kind of go wide. He goes, thank you. This is very kind. Thank you, lovely
Thank you for showing us
lady.
the pub.
Oh, that's marvellous. To get to the Guppy, what you do, he points the other way. You head back inland, and there's a small bridge heading over the sewer, and then down, and back around to the beachfront. You can't miss it. It's wonderful. Don't go that way, though, the way I originally pointed. If you go that way, my cousins will rob you. And
Thank
probably
you. Thank
Oh.
you.
Yeah, they're quite stabby. Yeah, don't go that way.
Narevek, go get him.
Thank you.
If
Okay.
we give you another silver, would you be able to tell me how many of your cousins are in there?
You're my cousins! This is exactly the opposite of what I wanted.
Yes, go Narevek, go.
But boss says I got to rip people's heads off when they get stabbed.
No, she's
You-
joking. You're joking, aren't you? Yes.
No, we're not. We're not going
You,
to.
you
touch
said they were stabby, but
They haven't
okay.
stabbed you.
I just start
Okay.
walking off in the,
I'll
in the
give them the
direction
pass this
of
once. If they stab someone, I'll send Narevek after them.
You haven't been in the Ruby long, have you?
No, we've
No.
just got here.
He looks
Right.
at Celine
I
as
remember
if you're like a newly minted school child. Oh, you're not going to like it here at all. I'm so sorry. People do tend to be a bit stabby, but that's just a local custom, really.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
stab him back. I'll stab him back.
That's the spirit. Just don't let him do it. Points at Narevek. Don't let him do it. No. He's bad. He's too big. If anything, he's too big. You're very big.
I hear that a lot.
Oh.
I just go in the direction because I want to go to the pub. now.
I'll just
Now-
pat
now
you on the
back has
back.
to-
It's okay, Narevek. It's okay.
This whole time as you guys were talking, I was watching Logan walk away towards the cousins.
Logan, like half an hour ago, I was like, I'm bored of this.
Guys, you do realize that Logan is gone, right? And he went that way.
He's probably gonna get
No,
lost.
I went
to be
the
fair.
other way. I
Yeah.
went the other way. I went
That
the
way.
second way he pointed. I went to the pub.
Right.
Oh, you
okay.
went to the pub. Oh, okay.
He's going to get lost.
Yeah, we'll find him later.
Shoulders of Logan
Yeah.
just like dropping away around the corner of a building about 100 yards down the road. He's not interested at all in bantering around with this halfling. He's heading to the pub.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, I follow after.
Who's
him.
up for a pub?
I am.
Thank you, old man. We will see you later.
Don't get stabbed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I kind of want to go meet the cousins. To be fair, right kind of people.
Or
Yeah.
do you want a pint?
Huh? Oh, that's true. That is true.
What?
Maybe do both.
I hear they sell them in
We'll go back
flagons
later.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't take a lot of effort to catch up with Logan. It's not like he's trying to get away from you. He's just heading towards Ale. You eventually, you eat up the distance and you manage to regather. And yeah, you stroll between some more very empty buildings, nobody's home, over a little rickety, shanty-looking bridge over an open sewer that's about 20 yards wide. It's grim. It's like a river of shit. And you just get over it, pinch your nose, avoid looking down. And after about another 10 minutes worth of walking, head back towards the seafront. You see what appears to be an open-air market. It's looking lovely. There's some of the buildings are thatched. Some of them are just covered with timbers. Some of them have got wooden shingles. There's 1,000 different styles from 1,000 different lands. Nothing about this place has any kind of planning to it. The streets through the marketplace are a warren. I don't know if anyone's like a Tunisian souk, like the little marketplaces there that just some of it's indoors, some of it's outdoors. There's a general kind of sound of people talking. That you can hear languages that you understand, languages you can't understand. There are red-skinned people. There are purple-skinned people. There's at one point you stumble past a coal-black-skinned human with burning orange hair. Not like he's a redhead. His hair is made of fire, and he's just sitting casually playing cards with a half-orc and a gnome. Just there's no judgment from anyone here from any of the races, and still even here. Nyx, Celine, and Malice are drawing stares. Elves are not common. More than anything else, they're a sight. And no matter how much you would struggle to blend in anyway, it's not the hulking Narevek. It's not the red-skinned Lexvius. It's not Logan wearing furs and plate armor in tropical heat. It's not any of these things that draw the attention. It's the three, potentially, most subtle members of your band that seem to be drawing people's notice as you travel through the streets.
Could I check what kind of notice is this? Curiosity or something more?
Roll perception check for me.
Poop. That would be 10.
10. It's common knowledge that, especially the high elves, the moon elves, they're gone. They're just not here anymore. They haven't been a thing for a long time. Most humans will live their entire life without ever seeing a high elf. And you've got a pair of them just walking down the street. On top of that, Malice is a wood elf. Again, common knowledge in the world. The wood elves were completely subjugated. They were literally taken as slaves, and they since they regained their freedom, they don't really have anything to do with anybody but their own people. But Malice, He's covered in scars. He's covered in tattoos. He's wearing really familiar clothing to them. He looks like he belongs here. The way, even just like the little things, the way he walks blends in. It just feels natural that he's here. But it's jarring that instead of a human head on top of this very familiar, Pirate Bay body, there's an elven face just parked on top of this body. It's odd in a way that they're not used to. They're used to the obvious. They're used to the bizarre. What they're not used to are these otherworldly creatures that really, by anyone's reckoning, are too good to be in this kind of place. That's the long and the short of it. And the general mood doesn't seem to be nasty or violent. It seems to be like if Princess Diana walked down the street, in Sturchley. It's that kind of reaction. It's like, why are you here? This place sucks. Why are you here?
Okay, well, it doesn't seem like you guys need to hide yourselves or wear any hoods.
Nice, that's good.
Okay,
So
that's good
okay
then.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the
make
benefits of this place is even if you are really special and standing out, no one here judges you, because how the fuck can they judge anybody? They're a bunch of pirates, murderers, thieves, and all kinds of terrible things. There's no judgment in this city at all.
Good stuff. Oh, so no danger then. No.
Seem to be okay so far. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure we're not being followed and that there's no one lying in wait to try and ambush us to steal our money.
You can perception check it if you want.
Yeah, why not? That is a 10, so I guess I'm not feeling that perceptive today.
There's
Too much
nothing
about that
obvious. There's nothing obvious there, but now that you're getting closer to the waterfront, it's a lot busier. There's the crowds are a bit thicker. The streets are very narrow. You can't tell anything, but there's nothing jumping out at you.
Cool. Right, and to the pub. So what do we see when we
making your way? It's really obvious which building is the guppy, mainly because, let me just bring my little thingy up. It's really obvious which one is the guppy, mainly because it's the only one that's doors are open. All the buildings around the marketplace are essentially shut. It's not a massive building though. For how it's been described to you as being this huge pub, it's not huge. It's just a building. It's just a building that opens up onto the dock front. Their wonderful fancy terrace is literally just a hole in the wall that leads out onto the dock. That's it. That's as good as it gets. But before you even manage to make it to the guppy, two men step out in front of you. Both human, both male. Both of them are wearing a strange assortment, but they both wear a blue cloak tied around their neck and a little steel pot helm jammed on top. Hold up. Checkpoint here. You either need to pay us a little bit of toll, or you're going to have to go around. This part of the square is closed for Baron Sidrick's business.
Could I check whether this is for if they're lying or not?
You can do. You can roll an insight check.
Just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Oop, I'm not the best person for this, it seems. All right, I've got 18.
18. You look past them. There's another blue-cloaked figure stopping people from entering the street. You look behind you and to the right. There's another blue-cloaked figure stopping people from going down the street. It actually does seem like they're cordoning off part of the marketplace.
Okay.
How much is the toll?
What do you reckon, David? Well, it's hard to say, really. How can you put a price on walking through the Baron's own market? While he's there, no doubt. I mean, a lot of people would pay a lot of money to see the Baron in person. He's a very important man. Yeah, you all go.
I just
Hello?
want
What?
to go to the pub. I just want to go to the pub. It's over there.
That pub.
Yeah.
He looks over his shoulder. Look, you want to go to the Guppy?
Yes.
Why? Have you ever been to the Guppy before?
I'm told it has ale. Is this correct?
Stay there for a minute, friend. Captain!
Oh no.
Captain!
Yeah, no, it's not doing so
I
well.
just want to go to the pub. Damn it.
It's fine, Logan. We will get there. Don't worry. Let's speak to the captain.
That's
Another,
just the campaign.
what was that?
So is this the campaign? Just how can we get to the pub?
Pub for ale.
I just wanted to prove that you couldn't actually organise a piss up in a brewery or a tavern. Yeah, a slim man with silver pauldrons on his shoulders, the familiar blue cloak, nice wavy brown hair. He's actually quite handsome in a flash heart kind of way. Walks out of the sequestered area and heads over. Says, "Yes, what's up? What's the problem?" The other guard looks at him and says, "We've got people trying to get to the Guppy." He goes very quiet for a moment. Says, "You're trying to visit the establishment?"
We are.
Yeah,
We were told it was a tavern.
we were told
It
it was
is.
the best tavern in the city.
But
So,
he looks like he's about to agree and then kind of catches himself and goes, "Is it?"
Can I
But,
use a spell to detect his thoughts to see if he's hiding something?
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Interesting. Okay. Let me just remind myself what that fucking spell does, apart from detecting thoughts. What do you actually find out with that spell? I used it once a long time ago. It's a DC 14 Wisdom save. Okay.
I was just excited to use magic.
Magic has happened. First spell
Yeah.
of the campaign.
Yeah.
Bring his profile up.
While we're waiting for Celine to read this guy's thoughts, I'm going to just poke Logan's nose.
Poke his nose.
Yeah, just poke his nose. Just to annoy him.
Okay.
Bit.
Like with a finger or a
Yeah.
stick?
Boop.
Oh, okay. So boop, boop Logan.
Boop.
While we're waiting, I'm also going to boop Logan.
Let's all have a go.
Because
Not
I
rapier.
thought that
You just
looked
pop me an
really
ordinary
fun.
snoot and boop his snoot.
I'm just gonna watch out of curiosity. Like,
I let
What is
Lex do it, but when Lex used to go to do it, I kind of just growl at him.
Oh.
Okay, so
I change my mind. I walk away.
okay, so
All
the
I'm
captain
saying
has,
is it looked fun. And then I
the
just
captain has
let it on.
failed his save. So when they finish booping snoots, yeah, you get to read his fucking thoughts.
I love it.
How to?
Can I? So
The
I
first
boot
ever
the
angry
captain's nose
DM
and I
moment.
can read it.
You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. Okay. Both of the guards and the captain are momentarily kind of taken aback by the odd behaviour that's just broken out. So, you're a
Good
strange
distraction,
bunch. We started lining up to boot the human's nose. You keep your eyes locked, Celine, entirely on the captain.
Yeah.
And it's almost for a second like it blurs together. And you're wondering, first of all, he's wondering whether it's a safe world for him to bring his children up in, because it's not. He doesn't feel great.
Oh, wow.
Deep.
This got dark real
Aw.
quick.
That's some good
Yeah,
magic you have there.
I actually feel bad for him now.
It's got real dark.
And
What's the
secondly, he's thinking about a badly lit room with straw covering the floor, and the straw is soaked red. He's thinking of a room full of dead, mutilated, partially eaten corpses that used to be a tavern full of people, and is wondering how something like this could happen in the middle of the day in a busy city with no one knowing what caused it, and is wondering what this odd, strange bunch of people heading towards the tavern have to do with it.
Wow. All these sights and images. Ugh.
Okay, well, I don't know any of that. But
you're
what I
good,
do
okay,
know
exactly.
is I look at the captain after unsuccessfully trying to boop him, and
Captain.
I essentially try to intimidate him into letting us through.
Oh.
This is not worth your
So
time.
how? Right, I'm gonna let you into something. Going, I want to intimidate him. That's not gonna do it. How do you intimidate this man?
All
He's
right,
just
so
seen
what
your friends touching each other's noses like a bunch of adorable kittens. He's in his own city, surrounded by his own men, heavily armed.
I've ruined it.
And
Yeah.
how
No,
are
I'm
you
with
going to intimidate
No,
him?
never mind. I've ruined
No, you
it.
can
I
do
should
it.
not have.
No, you can definitely do it, but you're going to need to tell me how you do
Okay.
it. Not just I want to intimidate him. How do you plan to
Okay.
intimidate this
What
man?
I'm gonna do is I am first of all going to try and boop his nose. But what I'm doing his nose is I'm going to say an incantation under my breath, which means nothing as far as he knows, but I'm gonna boop his nose while I'm doing it.
Okay. I don't know how to roll to boop.
Unarmed strike.
I think this calls for a dexterity check.
Right.
If you roll a natural one.
Dexterity. Is this just straight up dexterity?
Just straight up dexterity check.
I roll a so it is a 20. I did not roll a 20, but the roll is
Okay.
20. So I'm trying to make it seem like I'm doing some kind of a spell while I'm booping him on the nose.
So Celine, as you're still tuned into this man's thoughts,
Yeah. Yes.
what this group gesture is doing as the red-skinned tiefling starts to make odd wavy movements with his hand as he gets closer and closer to him
Yeah.
before muttering a few arcane words and going, you get one very strong emotional cue through detect thoughts.
Okay, what's that?
What a fucking idiot.
I just fucking laugh.
So Celine apparently finds your booping of his suit hilarious because as soon as you pop up and tap his nose, Celine loses her shit, starts laughing her ass off.
Does he seem intimidated?
I don't know. Roll an intimidation check.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Just gonna go hide in the bushes and laugh.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yes, absolutely with
Oh my
disadvantage.
god. Look at Nix.
Oh.
Nix is losing it.
Oh, it's a 10.
Okay. This may surprise you. He's not particularly intimidated by your gentle tapping of his nose.
Oh god.
I apologize. I have really weird quirks, and I'm gonna step away from him right now.
I love it.
Oh
I
my
just
god.
imagine you doing that to a monster, just
Nick,
I want to
fun.
break immersion just for a minute, and I just want to imagine Lex on a night out approaching some policeman.
yeah.
That might have happened actually.
Probably has.
You never know.
A policeman in front of a murder scene.
I don't know. It's a murder scene. It could be just a policeman.
This is no,
Oh,
you're right.
great
Your actions make total sense.
Thank you.
Nice to be
Okay,
able to laugh after those images. That's good.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be that well received. The mood here is not a welcoming one. And the captain does seem to... And again, Celine, you get a very strong wave of frustration from the captain.
Cool.
And you find you can feel already that his tolerance is started below average, but his tolerance and his patience is just about run out already.
Can I whisper to Lex to just back off?
I'm already backing off. What I'm gonna
Yeah.
do is, as you said that to me, I'm gonna turn to you and say, "Well, I think I've done all I can do here. It's up to you." And I just walk away.
It's up to me.
Just hides behind Narevek.
You know
Can
more
I
than us.
can I charm the guard? I don't know.
Can
Charm
I
the
just
guard.
ask him?
What?
Can I just ask the captain if there's anything wrong with the pub?
Yeah, by all means, yeah. You can speak to him as you will.
We were told this is the best tavern, and now we're confronted by all of these guards. What's happened at the pub? Why aren't we allowed to go through?
He sighs. He gives a long, tired-sounding sigh. The two guards that stopped you actually start to look really, really uncomfortable. He says, we're supposed to be directing people around this area. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Everyone in the guppy is dead. They've all been killed. It's horrible in there. I've lived my whole life in this city. I've seen some shocking things. Drunken pirates do horrible things to each other. I've picked up dead bodies from the sewers, from the sea. And I don't know if any of you, and his eyes flick across to Malice. He goes, I don't know if most of you have ever seen a dead body come out of the water.
Yes.
It's not an easy sight. What's in that? What has been done in that tavern makes that look like nothing.
Do they know what did it? What creatures or anything?
Whatever did this would have had to be savagely strong. And his eyes flick across to Narevek. Fiendishly malicious, and his eyes flick across to Lexius.
I'm not phased.
Or frankly, some form of madman, and his eyes flick between Malice and Logan.
Were there any survivors?
He shakes his head.
Oh. Okay. Is there anything we can do to help?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, investigate people that they need to find. Let's go get some people.
We are very good at doing jobs.
Yeah.
We just killed a load of bandits.
You
Yeah.
you what? You did what?
We did what? I say we did
nothing.
what?
We did nothing.
No, he
Are
looks...
we not supposed to tell them about the killing bandits?
Yeah. No, Narevek. It's okay.
You killed bandits.
Yeah, 3 camps.
3 camps.
I just kind of look confusingly at my hand. For a second.
I just moved down behind Narevek a little bit.
I just look at the captain and go, it was 5 caps.
It was gilded
making
work.
up.
It was gilded work.
We have the permit if you want to
Yeah.
see the permit.
Do we?
He actually looks like he would very much like to see a permit. Because, oh, yes.
Do we have a
Logan seems
permit?
Give
much
them a
more-
permit.
I pull out like a poster that basically just has, it's like those wanted posters you get in a tavern. It's one of the bandits, wanted, dead or alive. And there were a lot of bandits. And it also mentions somewhere on here about it's the bounties on their heads. It's non-specific as to whether or not we needed the rest of the bandits, so we went with the head options because it's easier to carry.
Would you wait here for 1 moment?
Do you want to read it?
I'm familiar with the wanted poster. Would you
So shove it back in
please?
my
This
belt.
is great.
Please wait here for 1 moment, and
If
he
we're gonna have
turns
to
his
wait,
head
can you
back
bring
into the
ale? Really thirsty.
As he turns around, he hears Logan. And what about some ale? I'm very thirsty. You've still got detect thoughts up and running, Celine? And the first immediate thing is, of course you're thirsty, you fucking moron. You're wearing furs and armor in the tropical heat. Of course you're thirsty. But he doesn't say anything. He just kind of sighs, and you see his pauldrons, his shiny silver pauldrons. You just see them kind of slump slightly, and he just walks off around the corner again. Just wait here for one moment, and just heads back.
We have defeated this man. Well done, everyone.
Guys, this could go
Alex is booping.
two ways. Either
I'm sorry.
we're about to get a mission or we're about to get arrested. Logan,
Yeah.
those papers real?
They're literally the wanted poster that I took off the tavern wall, and I gave you when you asked me if there was a way to make money.
Okay, good.
Do those horns go inside the brain as well?
They do originate from there, yes.
Right.
I believe that is the anatomy.
Sometimes I think I'm smart one, and I just point at Narevek.
Who's the most charismatic of us all? Who wants to make sure we come out of this fairly well?
I'm sorry to do this. I've got to vomit again. I will be back very shortly. You guys continue to torment guards.
We broke that poor sergeant's spirit. Broken man.
This is what happens when you do a tactical boop.
What?
It doesn't look like a boot.
My nose.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go refill my drink and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, Chad. We'll be back.
We're not going in. Okay, we are.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Paul. The DM is very ill. But he's being a champion and going through anyway because he's been looking forward to this for a while. But no, thank you so much for the subscription, dude. Really appreciate it, and the lurk as always. We'll be right. 2 seconds. You guys entertain.
Oh God,
So while the other two
That was
go around the
amazing.
corner to literally have a piss on a
Yes.
wall,
Mm-hmm.
we just stand there and we need to come up with some kind of a plan because this can go one of either two ways. We're either about to get arrested or we're about to get a job.
I'm trying to look at like charisma and persuasion to see if maybe there's something I could do.
I have charisma max.
My charisma is
Unfortunately,
shit.
the most
I've got a
charismatic of
-2.
us
I
kind of
don't
wasted
know
his
these
charisma by
numbers.
deciding to-
I might have booped him. Yeah.
The most charismatic
On
of
your-
us, the man that could have talked us out of this, has lost all his credibility by literally stroking a guard's nose. So I don't know
What
how we
is
can
the-
recover from
It's
that.
all in a roll. All I'm saying is it is all in a roll, and I can
What's-
pick.
Rachel, on the top of your character sheet, you'll see strength, dexterity, constitution.
Oh yeah, I'm just asking. I've got 18 plus 4 for charisma. Is that good or bad?
It's good.
Yeah, no, that's great for
Okay.
me.
No, we send the elf. Okay, she's an elf.
Yes.
She hasn't
Yeah.
lost dominance by trying to boop the captain.
And apparently
magic.
elves are like something
Yeah,
super special in this
People-
land.
people
And
like
she's read the
elves,
source.
Plus, she's read. We don't know that.
And
but
she
she's
still
also a
is-
girl,
Mm-hmm.
and that means that he might, being a man, might be more
Flirt with
receptive
him.
towards a girl.
Yeah,
than,
I'll
yeah.
just like be playing with my hair, like hi guys.
Yeah, you think, yeah,
That's
this is a
fine.
plan, right? So
Flirt.
we've got
Brilliant,
aggressive flirting
brilliant.
going on already
Yes.
to try and make up.
I
for the
tried
fact
the
that-
aggressive flirting. It did not work.
Not for you, because you're a demon hell form monster.
He might be
She's
into
like-
that. Don't kink shame.
Yeah,
He
thank
might be,
you.
but clearly he is not into that.
He might do. He might have a dungeon. He might love it.
I want to see the dungeon.
Hang on.
Wait.
The whole point of this is we don't go to his dungeon.
Time out. I don't want to go into a dungeon.
You have you booped his nose.
Take
You
one
made
for
that
the team.
sacrifice.
I was
That is
trying
on
to
you.
intimidate.
The
I
whole
was
point
going.
of this planning session is not to see the inside of the
I
captain's
was
dungeon.
going for kind of making seem like I'm doing a spell and
I thought you were
Like-
trying to seduce him. To be fair, because
Shit.
booping on the
Yeah,
nose
that's-
is pretty
Yeah, I thought
intimate.
you were
It's-
trying
it's-
hard to get him.
It felt like to me you were trying to
charisma
seduce
is
him
a blessing
him
and
anywhere.
a curse. I can tell you. Whenever I try to intimidate, all they think of is, "I'm in." He wants me.
Intimidating normally shake your fist, don't go up to the
Yes.
guy.
Oh,
Yes,
Doesn't
maybe.
really work.
Yeah.
I'm
Cute.
surprised he didn't stab you.
Fine.
Are we still
I'm
booping
doing the
noses?
So yeah, we're still waiting for Scott, but
Not-
we've
not you.
decided.
We've come up with a plan.
No, you broke it.
Okay.
I'm going to use my charisma and my girlish ways against him if he needs to.
Basically, we
Yeah.
tried
I
to
don't think.
flirt
I
with
think
the
we're
guy.
actually. I think we're about to be employed by the Baron.
Well, if he tries anything,
Hopefully.
I've got acid splash and fire, so he can. do one.
I've got a big
got
axe that
stealth.
does like I've got a big axe that does
God.
lightning damage. So
Yeah.
Let's not acid splash and lightning axe the Baron on our first day in the town. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe wait till day 2. Could we wait
Yeah.
until I've had a fucking ale?
what, day 2?
I'm going to work on that. I think stealth. I'm going to try and sneak in there. I think.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I've been chilling out.
yeah.
So
I'm
Yeah.
acrobatic. I can levitate in as well.
If you sneak in there,
they might notice
we'll need
that.
some ale. They might notice that.
No, I'm going to get some bottles or something. I think.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
after
bring
it.
some ale.
Because I've
Well,
been standing there for a long time, very sober, and it's not good.
Yeah,
You're
while
starting to sober up
Celine
and think
is
I am
flirting.
sobering up. I'm not liking it. I'm starting to remember that
Yeah.
one that I rolled earlier.
So while we're waiting and talking
Aha,
to
there we
them,
go.
you can go behind the building, sneak around, and actually go in.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
good.
get
Brilliant.
Celine flirt, and then you can sneak.
Yeah, I'll distract with my charisma.
I think
Okay,
I think
the
Lex
DM,
already
don't
is
tell
with
him
his
our
booping.
plan.
I
No,
don't think
no,
that was a
that-
good distraction.
That clearly put the guard off, and horribly.
Yeah.
When you feel like
Wait.
the guard-
Wait, Lex or me put him off?
Lex.
Yeah,
You're
cool.
fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
You did nothing. You didn't
Me.
unconsensually boop his nose. You know about
All right,
I can't help it. I'm a booper.
and face back in if
to know.
if the DM is feeling ready.
Yeah, man, I'm alive. I'm here. I'm alive.
We,
Yo. So what have we missed?
well, I'm
I'm
thinking. Oh, sorry.
Currently, we're waiting for him to come back.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to come back.
Talk among us.
Yeah,
what
the
we're
guard.
gonna do.
But our rogue over there, he had an idea.
Yeah, I want to sneak in. I want to sneak in. Obviously, have a look around. Also, want to try and grab some bowls while I'm in there. Because obviously, we've got Logan here complaining
That is
about.
not the main objective.
No, it's not. But I get some
No,
alcohol.
that is
You pay me for a
100%
reason.
objective.
And
When
also
the captain comes back,
shut him
we
up for a
just
little while as well.
stop drinking.
Yeah.
The main
Well,
So I
objective
need
is
to
ale.
distract the guard, and then Malice can sneak in.
I feel that we would benefit at this point from a little look at our friend, the map.
Look at it.
Oh.
I
I
like
can't
it.
see it.
Please,
how
let's not
pretty.
kill anyone.
Ah, there
Oh,
it
I
is.
didn't mean to do that.
Oh no.
I
No,
didn't
me
mean
neither.
to.
I'm just
I was trying to scroll across.
saying. I
What
just
did you
drew on
do?
the map.
What's happening to the world? Trust the ale. This seems like a problem. The world's disappearing into black squares.
I'm so
Oh
sorry.
my.
I didn't mean to draw on it.
It's okay.
Oh,
I'm just glad you didn't start
Oh, oh,
writing
oh.
obscenities on there. That's it.
Oh my god.
We don't need
I was
fog of
just trying to
war. Let's
click and drag.
clear these areas out for you. We don't need fog of war for this. You can actually know what's around. There we go. So, our little band
Where are
of
we?
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
bing, bing,
Right at the
We
bottom.
are on the bottom.
bottom left. You've just entered from the left,
Oh,
and you've
okay, I
been
see it.
accosted by two little guards and Mr. Captain over here, who is currently heading back up this way.
Hi, Captain.
Look at him.
Bye.
Sorry about the nose booping. My companion is an idiot.
He's walked away and he can't hear you.
I still apologise. We're good.
Okay.
Can I,
So, yeah.
while he's walked
Oh,
away,
there's the
can I
bot.
ask the two guards that are standing next to us, just go, guys, what is happening? What do you know anything that he hasn't told us that you can tell us?
Oh yeah, we offered to help, didn't we, as well?
Yeah, I mean,
I just
I've
tried to
gotta
be
be honest.
genuine and just ask him what's happening.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've got to be honest. I think everybody seems pretty shook up. I haven't been over there. They just told us to stand here and to turn people away. But yeah, everyone seems pretty shook up. I mean, if what you say is right, if you've dealt with bandits and you've cleared out what you say 5 camps of bandits. I mean, if you've done that
5.
much,
Yes,
What?
my big friend is correct. 5.
5 camps of bandits. If you've done that much already, then I mean, you. And he looks up at Narevek because he's the most obviously imposing. He's got this huge, vicious-looking axe, strapped across his shoulders. He himself looks the size of an ogre. I mean, I'm not being funny, but this is a bit more than we're being paid for. We're just, we're city guards. We throw drunks out of pubs and we make sure pickpockets get their fingers broke. We don't We don't do mass bloody murder in pubs. This is not what I signed up to do. I've got a wife at home. I want to finish at the end of my shift and get back.
I
Or
can
it's me,
promise
they
you
probably know me.
nothing's going to happen while we're here. But could you tell me who is in charge?
Well, the captain.
Who is in charge of the captain?
Baron.
Baron.
Yeah, the Baron Sidric.
The Baron.
He runs this town. This is his town.
Do we
You're not
need to
big
talk to
Baron.
him?
You want to talk to the Baron?
No. Just
No,
do we need
not-
to?
Not
No.
really, but if we
I'm
need
going to say that's a big ask.
Okay, don't worry about it. It's all good.
Whew.
Why were you asking for toll for us to come through if you were turning people away?
He looks really worried. Just okay. I'm sorry about the toll thing, all right, but you know we've got to make a living too. We've got to wet our beaks every now and then. This is, it's a rough town. Look, I'm sorry about that, but please don't.
You don't.
You know.
You don't have a beak.
I don't have a beak. You are absolutely correct, and I'm not going to argue with you, massive gentleman.
Naravek, what did we say about talking in company?
Oh, sorry.
Can I give a few coins to the captain for him and his family to help them?
Oh.
The captain wouldn't need any
Captain
coins, but I'm
isn't
sure
here.
me and
Give it to the-
Devon
Oh,
would be
yeah.
ever so grateful.
Yeah, I'll give it to the guards. And then can we get some ale?
You might not want any from there. I think it'll have eyeballs in it and bits of brain and stuff like that. You might not want that ale.
Never
Can you
expect worse.
direct us to somewhere else we can get ale?
Yes, is there someone we can get ale? I'm very
'Cause-
thirsty.
Logan wants it very much.
Guys, I don't think we're done here yet.
It's
He
very
looks-
hot in this stupid town.
He looks over his shoulder and doesn't see any sign of the captain, and he kind of pockets the coins you've given him. He goes, kind of walks over to Logan and just opens his jerkin, pulls out a little battered tin flask. He goes, I'm sorry about the toll thing, all right? Just here, have a cup of.
I take a little sip and then
You better be
I
giving
give
that to
him.
me.
I pass it to Malice, and
was
then
gonna say.
I give him. I give the guards a copper coin each because it's good.
They're loving this. They've probably made like a day's wage already. Just to,
I think they realized that they probably should have been in the pub trade.
yeah. So he passes the flask over to Malice. And it's at that point that the captain comes back around the corner to see his two, posted guards, just, chatting and sharing a flask with this odd group. And again, you're tuned in for Detect Thoughts for another while yet. You've still got a good. I mean, how long have you got? I mean, it lasts a
Awesome.
minute. It's probably just getting ready to fade out and die.
Okay.
But
Damn.
you
like
just get this immediate kind of weary disappointment in his men. He's
Ruined
and then
this poor captain's night.
and then the spell just fizzles.
Could I talk to the captain? Try and do a deception roll. Try and say, obviously, I used to be like a monster hunter, that kind of thing. Very good at investigating. Just try and bullshit him. Try and get a way through.
Roll
Yeah.
deception.
Well, I think I'm bullshitting. 23.
Oh.
Holy
Let's have
shit.
a think.
It's that a
Yeah,
good one, isn't
Very,
it?
very good at
Yeah,
bullshitting.
he.
Was that a
Okay,
nat
so
20?
what do you say to him then?
I just want to say, obviously, I might know because I've obviously travelled the lands in my time. I've witnessed quite a lot of graphic stuff, so I might be able to tell you what it is. You let me in there to have a look, might be able to give you a hand, put you in the right direction.
Captain runs his hand through his moustache and he nods. Says, "Well, what you say, what your friend says checks out. There do seem to have been a couple of bandit camps that have been silenced over the last few weeks, and
Aravac? 5. Good boy.
okay, 5, yeah, 5. Okay, but apart from that, if what you say is right, I'll gladly take the help. I mean, it's pretty fucking gnarly in there, my friend. I don't know if I don't know if you're going to want to, to do this. Are you
Got a
sure?
strong stomach. Got a strong stomach. It's fine.
Okay. Let them pass, boys. And the two guards step aside. One of them just holds his hand out for his flask, like, hopefully, like, please.
You can have it back.
Yeah.
How do I delete that line?
Are we all able to go and have a look, or is it just Malice that's allowed?
Oh, no, he lets the whole party move through.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
good.
Excellent.
As the captain goes around the corner, he enters the main square. And you notice that there are three main pathways into the square. And at each of these main entryways is a much better presented, for want of a better word, soldier. Who each of these are in quite clean coats of mail, long blue surcoats, steel helmets, long swords strapped at their waist. They have you're all pretty weathered adventurers at this point. They have the look of professional soldiers to them, rather than head breakers and finger snatchers. These are professional soldiers, and it becomes apparent as you enter if you follow the captain into the market square.
Yep,
Yes.
I do.
Most definitely.
I assumed as much, but you can all move your own tokens as well. So if you want to move yourselves around,
No. Sorry.
There's always one.
Oh, because I've got the paint tool on, not the
technical proficiency. This is the type of smooth professionalism you can expect from this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Professional D&D players, professional streamers. Professional nose boopers, that is us.
So as you enter the market square, you realise that there is nobody else in here apart from three other figures. There is a short, angry-looking dwarven man in a stained brown overall, a bald head, and a thick brown beard. And in front of him is a tall, lean man with greying hair, swept back, two quite pronounced scars across his face, one across the lip and one across the upper eye. He's wearing a very somber, dark blue tunic, trousers, some jewelry across his fingers that are just very thick silver rings adorned with sapphires. And alongside him is a similarly aged woman in a very expensive dress. Doesn't look overly fussed by the heat, but is very well presented. Both of them giving off that kind of quiet confidence that only the truly wealthy can really muster. And nobody else is in the square. Across from them is the tavern. This blue roofed building, this tiny, tiny little house, is the famous Drunken Guppy that everyone says is such a fantastic pub, but is now actually just full of dead people. The actual doorway entrance is on the far side of the building. But yeah, that's where you find yourself. That's where the captain stops.
Oh, we're outside that door.
Nope, in the middle of the market square.
Oh, okay. Right.
My Lord Baron, he says, and he brings his heels together with a look at the grey-haired man, and you immediately gather from his deference to this man that that's the Baron Citric. He's in the market square in front of this building. As you all file into the market square in front of him, he just watches you, doesn't say anything. They say they can help, especially that. He points at Malice and says, the one in the tentacle jacket, he claims to be a monster hunter. He claims to know tracking. He thinks he can help. And it's like I was telling you before, I have nothing to offer you. I don't know how to solve this. This is beyond me. The Baron still says nothing. And what follows is just a long, awkward silence.
Okay, I'm going to speak to the Baron. I will ask him a question. My
Please
lord,
behave.
we are here to help. So far, we have not gotten much information out of it, but if you allow us, we can take a look inside, and we will find information that your man cannot, because that is purely what we do. Would you let us help you?
He seems to contemplate it for a couple of seconds. He looks back at the captain, just nods his head slightly, and then essentially just turns his back on you. The captain breathes out a long sigh of relief and says, "Okay, well, no time like the present. If you'd follow me, I'll lead you to the abattoir." And he takes you around to the front of the building. As you leave the market square and enter around to the front part of the building, you notice a little bit has changed. The crowds of people are still back around. There are a lot of people watching. Market stalls are still set out. People were preparing to have a really good day here. The stalls are carrying bottles of beer, bottles of spirits, street food, nicely spiced kind of meats and fish. It smells beautiful, but it's subdued. There's no kind of loud laughter, none of the kind of bantering that the rest of the city has been showing. It's quite quiet here, and the people that have lingered in the area are watching what's happening. They're taking in the street theatre. About 100 feet to the north, you see the open dock itself. You can smell the salty water on the air. It's really close. The curtain wall around the city is just ahead. There's a gateway, 2 large towers. Other than that, just the usual shacks and shanties that are crammed in behind. And the captain points towards the door of the guppy. He just invites you to take a look at your leisure.
Could I do detect magic outside or inside? Some kind of a not as much as detect magic, but rather just sense if there is any magic in the air or it has been used.
Without casting it, you won't be able to tell.
No. Okay.
It's not like there's an ozone in the air or anything. You need to use magic to check that out. But you're welcome to.
This is just purely because I don't know what's the best way of me to go around that.
If you want to cast it, you just cast it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you use one of your spell slots and just cast it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't have detect magic.
Oh, then you can't cast it.
That's why I'm asking. Like, is there any way to sense Arcana?
I have to detect magic
In the air.
but
Oh,
I'd
there we
rather
go.
I'd rather have a look at it first to see if there's any magical signs. Because if something's just nibbled on them, it seems like a bit of a waste of a spell.
From a rules, from a how to, because not everybody has played before or anything like that. It's worth mentioning that if you're looking around inside and you say you find some purple powder or something like that, you haven't. This is just an example. If you find some purple powder, you can take an Arcana check to see if this is anything you recognise as being magical, whether it's an ingredient or a side effect or a residue or something. But yeah, you can't just kind of. There's magic in the air, boys. It's something you can investigate certain things, and then you can try and find out if you know something magical about it. But it's not like a metal detector for magic. That's what the spell's for.
Shame.
Do I have any detect thoughts kind of power left? Because I was wondering if I could scan the crowd outside to see who's watching and what they're thinking.
You could always cast it again if you want to.
Yeah, I think I'll do that on the surrounding public to see if there's anybody we need to keep an eye out for.
Well, what you may want to do is take a little wander around while you do it, because essentially you get a 30-foot radius that you can use to kind of scan for people's surface thoughts.
I'll do that
We'll
then.
split the team up then.
I am.
One team go into the pub, the other team.
I'll stay. I'll come down here because.
Oh no! Why did it do that? I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that one.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. No, that's just a misclick. That's not an actual thing.
That's walking around just as burning people.
Yeah.
Look at me and my beautiful hands.
Okay, so if that's what you want to do, you can cast the spell, and for the next minute, you can detect the presence of thinking creatures that you can't see.
Okay.
Go
So
for it.
if you want to cast detect thoughts, you can do one of two things. If there's a creature you can see, you can just kind of cast it and try to scan its surface thoughts, and it doesn't know you're doing that. If you want to push it, you can try to dig in deeper, but then success or fail, it will know that you've tried to do it.
Okay.
So you can kind of like go, I wonder what he's thinking. If you want to know a specific thing, you can be like, I will use my mind magic, but it will know that you're doing it whether you succeed or fail.
Yeah, I
The
don't want to
second
let
usage-
them know that we're there at the moment. So
No,
I'll
the
do
second usage of it is literally like radar. It's just to find out whether there are any thinking creatures within 30 feet of you, even if you can't see them. So if
Yeah.
say there's a closed door and you want to know if there's anything behind that door, you can use your detect thoughts, and it might tell you, hey, there are 2 thinking creatures behind that door. But that's all it'll tell you.
Okay.
You can't find out what they're thinking without being able to see them.
Okay. I think I'll just
At the
do
same
surface
time,
to see what
if it's a
people are
fucking
thinking.
zombie or something, it'll be
Yeah.
there, but you won't know because it's not a thinking creature.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
that's a
just want to
thing.
do like the surface of the crowd of the ones that I can see, because I don't
Okay.
want to detect anyone detecting we're here investigating.
So you're muttering a few words then, and you, boom, set out your little wibbly weebly mind things. And are you having a bit of a stroll around the area, or are you going into the tavern? What are you doing?
I'm having a stroll around the outside the perimeter to see who's watching.
Okay, so we'll leave you walking around for the next minute or so as you do what you're going to do. Lexivus has dropped out. That's he's hit the timer.
Yeah, your
You've got a
camera's
sleepy cat.
Oh, it's cute. Keep it.
Ah,
It's nicer to look at.
Oh, that's because my
Kind
phone.
of that's what
that
Lev
is a lot
looks
nicer.
like now.
Give me a second. Yeah, keep going. I'll restart my camera.
Yeah, no worries. In the meantime, then, what's the rest of the party? What are you doing?
I
So I wanna
literally,
go in.
I said I
go in.
just literally walked straight into the pub. I walked straight in.
I'm going in.
But it's
I'm
worth
gonna
me going first because there's obviously I did come up with a BS earlier to say how good I was.
Yeah,
I love the
you coming up with the BS makes you.
The fucking ranger are being left stood outside while Smacky McDrunk and the Man Mountain have just gone stomping into the crime scene.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish
You've
Nix
got
could
2
come with
really
me.
skilled investigators.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking with my cousin.
Yeah, Nix
Ah, there
come
you
with
go.
me.
Nick
Yeah,
knows
no,
the score. She knows which side her bread's buttered. She's staying with her cousin.
Yeah, cousin love.
Want to go in there
Narrowbeck
and
and
sorry.
Logan have stormed straight into the tavern. Okay, great. Malice, what are you up to?
Going to the tavern, I want to do a perception check. So have a look around. Obviously see what
Lex,
I think.
Huh?
Can you hear us?
Yes. Yeah. I'm still here. I'm still here.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to speak outside so next to the Lord. I want to know who the dwarf is, or sorry, the gentleman with the big beard.
Yeah, he is a dwarf, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, so you're talking to dwarf. Nix and Selena walking around having a bit of a scan for mines. Narevek and Logan are doing something inside the pub. They've just gone in.
That's after the booze.
And Malice is having an actual poke around inside the pub. Right, where shall we
I'm off
start then?
versus.
That's been, I was
Let's
going to do a
start
perception check
Let's
as well.
start
But we'll do-
inside the Guppy. Now, the Guppy is not a grand building. It is a shack, knocked together from old planks and bits of scrap wood. The roof is made of wooden shingles that have been painted with blue pigment. The salt wind has bleached them until they're almost kind of white and crusty. The whole place doesn't feel high quality, but you get the impression it's been here a while. That in itself means that it must be doing something right. Until you walk inside. There's no door in place. There's just an empty arch of wood that leads in. And as soon as you step inside, all 3 of you know very, very well the smell of bodies that have been cut open. There's that coppery smell of large quantities of blood. There is, without putting too fine a point on it, the smell of shit and split bowels. And that kind of just abattoir smell of cold meat in the air. It's very hot in here. it's just a hot building with very little in terms of through flowing air, and there are in the gloom. There's no lights lit in here. In the gloom, you can make out at least half a dozen odd, irregular shapes that you can only assume used to be people. Some around tables, one behind a bar, two just in the open, in the middle of an open patch of floor, heading towards the door. Everything is wet and sticky with coagulated blood. It's not a pretty sight. Bottles are broken everywhere. Everywhere you tread, there's the crunch of glass fragments mixed in with the straw. It's very oppressive.
I'm going to draw out my warhammer, sort of raise it up in front of me, mutter a quick prayer, and cast light on the head of the warhammer so I can see. Because I can't see in the dark, so
Yeah.
So set some light on the situation.
It's not pitch black in there, but as you ignite the head of your hammer with the glowing light, it casts everything into very stark detail. It's horrible in here. It's like every Saw movie times 15 had a baby with Hostel and shat out Cannibal Holocaust. It's nasty.
Wow. The
What an
imagery.
image.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
wordsmith, man.
Wait, is that Haribo?
I want to
Sounds
I
hungry.
want to go behind the bar and see if there's like a door to a
give
cellar.
Celine some Haribo.
I don't know what Haribo is, but it's making me want Haribo. Okay, so Narek, you literally every footstep you take is crunching glass underneath your feet, and as you lift your boots up, it's sticking just with the residue of the blood is lifting handfuls of straw away with every step. Your head, and indeed you're having to hunch over, and even the back of your shoulders is scraping along the ceiling in here. You do see that there's a very rickety, narrow staircase that heads up to what can only be considered a loft or a second story. And as you stick your head behind the bar, you do see that a lot of the blood from whatever this person was before it was just rendered into pieces, a lot of the blood from this person has in fact trickled down through a sealed trapdoor through the jam around the outside.
Cool. I'm going to open it up.
Okay. It's locked.
I'm going to forcefully open it up.
You do you, baby. Yeah, roll that strength check.
That is a 19.
19. Yeah. Oh, no, it's locked. Flex. The whole thing just kind of splinters into your hand. Malice and Logan, you look across at the noise, and
I just hold up the door.
Yeah, he's just holding a trap, like a square trap door. Just literally holding it by the iron ring. Just, it broke.
It was locked.
Good work, big fella. I step around the bar to go look down the hole.
But I say,
And also to sneakily stack out if there's any bottles of ale underneath the counter.
Oh, there's a shitload of
agree
ale.
with that. Agree with that.
There is a shitload of ale, and every bottle is speckled with gore.
So I just select one that is a little bit less
Gooey.
Get me one.
Sort of grab it off.
Mate,
sort of
there is no selective shopping in this area. These people did not die in a tidy manner. If you imagine, like, comedy, Acme style, Mallet has just pulped a human being into pieces. It is. They've painted this place with the inside of several people. Every bottle is covered in stuff.
I select ones from the back, hoping there's slightly less people on them.
How deep do you think? Mate, this is a tiny place. These bottles are too deep at most. You cannot find a clean bottle.
I give one to Malice. I pick one out for myself. I take the cork off while holding my hammer like this. I sort of wipe the bottle like this. And then
Well, at least you can heal
They
yourself if
take
you
yourself
get
out of
ill.
one
Exactly, yeah. And then
Yeah.
I'm sort of leaning down into the sort of the trapdoor with my hammer sort of like this, like it's a secret door, that is.
Experts. Right. 1 second, I need to get a fucking charger or something, or I'm going to go dark. So
No
1
worries.
second.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to plug my phone into charge.
My first strength
Oh,
check.
we're
I
doing this?
succeeded.
I'll be right
Yay.
back.
Yeah.
I was really hoping I wasn't going to fail that. It's the one thing I'm good at.
That would have been embarrassing for you.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, bloody hell.
Especially as if you had failed, I was just going to go do it.
Of course you were. Let's see. What else am I really good at? I'm pretty good at intimidation.
I wonder why.
I'm very good
What's
at.
like the kind of average numbers? What's good and what's bad? Because I don't know.
Anything with a +4 is definitely good.
Yeah.
Okay.
For-
Plus, my highest is +6 at the moment, which is in athletics.
Yeah, mine,
Okay.
I've got a plus
Yeah,
6
athletics is my
in
highest one.
I'm good at
Wow.
insight and perception.
Yeah.
Very good at insight and perception. And medicine, so I can save you people's lives.
I'm good at nature.
Oh,
Got
Well,
bonus.
I'm
Me-
good at persuasion. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
That'll come in
that,
handy.
is
Yeah.
useful. That will come in very handy.
And
No,
I'm acrobatic as well.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's
insanely
cool.
good at that. I've got 20 in dexterity plus 9 on acrobatics.
Nice.
29 to start with. So I think
Look,
hopefully I won't get
epic.
fail on that one.
Amazing. I'm not so good at persuasion.
I'm really bad at persuasion.
I'm gonna try.
I'm not too bad.
I got your back, Nix. It's okay.
Get a -2 on that.
What's happened to Lex? Why has his screen gone dark?
Oh, he went
Some
off to
light
go
bulbs.
get something.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to know what we're looking at.
It's just a black. It's just his. Well, not his green screen, but his backdrop.
He's just turned the screen off.
No, it's his backdrop.
Yeah.
He hasn't turned his screen off. It's just his backdrop. And, so booping is becoming our speciality, it seems.
Oh, that's his.
Is that our group?
I
Is
thought
that our
it
group?
was
Is that our
a
group
solid
name now? The boopers.
No. Literally, like the first enemy that I kill, if I get to hit them in the face with a hammer, I'm literally going boop.
Boy, howdy.
That was a solid move.
Cool.
I'm not
You
gonna lie.
started something though.
I'm dying.
Yeah, I did.
We can cut the evening short if you need to, dude. Like,
No, it's all good. Let's at least get to a sensible point where it needs to stop. I'm really trying not to be like the guy who goes, and we're done. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Logan, you're holding your torch and having a drink of very, very coppery tasting blood-soaked beer. Naraverk, you're stood there holding a splintered hatchway, like it's some kind of keychain toy. Malice, what are you up to?
So I want to go have a look at the bodies. So am I able to use a couple of skills on the same roll
Yeah,
at the same time?
What do you want to do?
Because obviously I want to walk into the bodies and have a look around. So I firstly want to use acrobatics. So I've obviously stable on my feet and get around all the mess of the bodies without ending up on my ass.
I'm
and
saying
then
you won't even have to roll for that. You're all good. You're not going
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
You're not.
that's
I'm not going to make
29
your
to
face
start
turn
with.
into a pulped corpse.
Cool. And then obviously perception, because I obviously want to have a look and see what's going on. I did claim I was an expert, so I've got to at least give it a go.
Okay.
And see what I think's ripped them apart.
If you're looking for something specifically, that'll be investigation.
Oh, that's not good. Oh no, maybe. Yeah, I'm also looking for coin purses while I'm in there. Also, I'm trying to make it look like I'm investigating, but I'm actually also after the gold.
I'm assuming that when you say coin purses, you don't mean their scrotums. You mean actual coin purses.
Use it as lucky charm, maybe.
It might be his kind of treasure.
Nice. Probably too drunk to notice.
What a
You
beautiful
got exactly
treasure.
what he was looking for, guys.
I want to see your
Exactly what he
collection.
was looking for. Okay, let's have an investigation check off you then, buddy.
17.
That's respectable. Okay, no problem. It's hard to make out anything specific because they are literally pulped piles of what was once living people. The first 2 corpses, you don't really find anything. The third one, however, there is something odd. As you're kind of poking at it with a dagger or a nearby bit of splintered wood, you're lifting apart the shredded clothes. You're kind of moving apart bits of sticky, let's be honest, human steak. It's not good. Lifting some bits out the way. Something catches your eye. There are bits of bone sticking out of these corpses because, there is obviously going to be. But there's something odd about this bit. And as you lean down, Logan takes his hammer over the bar, taking away the artificial light, and it brings back the gloom of the inside of the tavern. And your elvish dark vision lets you see things so much clearer than when you had that glaring torch of the hammer in the periphery. There's a piece of bone inside the ruin of this third person. And as you lift away a piece of meat, you realise that it isn't just bone. This is bone that's been worked and carved. And you pry and you pry and you pry. And it's a long, almost triangular piece of whittled bone that's worked to a point with sharp edges. And it appears to be the tip of some form of weapon. It's not a natural thing. It's not claws. It's not teeth. It's not fangs. It's a bone carved, some tip of some form of weapon that's lodged inside the body of one of these poor folk.
Cool. Can I remove it from the scene?
Yeah, easily enough.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to remove it from the scene. I'm going to go back outside, go and see the others.
The other,
Find
while you were
somebody
searching
better.
around, you also got 14 gold and
Excellent.
8 silver, just from
God, I saw. Why
from
not?
bits and pieces that were scattered around the corpses.
I like the sound of this.
Okay,
Oh,
quick work away. We're going to go over to Lex.
Yes.
Shoot back over to the marketplace.
Go back in time slightly while this is all happening.
Yeah, I can only describe one at a time. So we're all going to, have to be a bit wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. You're behind the Baron and the well-appointed woman that he's stood with. They're very quietly talking to each other, but they are making sure that they are not overheard. Not out of any form of secrecy. They just don't want anybody to hear them. They're so far above you all. This is their town. And it's the kind of quiet power that you don't really need to tell people you have. It's very clear that they don't feel any need to explain themselves to you or include you in what they're talking about. The short dwarven fella behind them, though, looks at a combination of worried, scared, and angry all at the same time. And he's just kind of keeping himself to himself, fiddling with his hands. Every now and then he kind of lets out an angry little mutter. And he's just standing nearby.
I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna start talking to him. I'm gonna ask him what his name is. Can I have your name, please? My name is Lexius. I'm one of the adventurers. We're trying to help, and I would really like to find out what happened. What do you know?
I want to find out what's happened too, my friend. This is my bloody pub.
I see. This makes a lot of sense. I'm really sorry about what happened here. What's the last thing? Why were you not at the pub?
I don't work here, my friend. That's why I own pubs.
You're the
so
owner.
I don't have to do any work. My name's Rin Ingleson. I own 3 of these places. I own the Guppy, I own the Split Kipper, and I own the 10 tons down the road.
Sorry, that was me making notes. Thank you. What about the other pubs? Has anything like this happened, or any? I understand where we are. I understand what kind of place this is. Pirates, ruffians. But has anything like this or close to this in your memory happened recently?
Have I got any memory of any other pubs being filled with split, ruptured corpses in the middle of the day silently?
Yes.
No, strangely enough, friend, no, I haven't.
Well, at least that's good to hear.
Yeah, you're telling me I think I might have chose a different bloody career path if this was something that happened every Tuesday. No, this has never happened before.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I just found out I can ping. Is there any extra information he can give us to help with the investigation?
No, I mean,
Nothing at all.
It's not. With all due respect, friend, this is just an investigation for me. I knew those people. These people, some of them people work for me, and some of these people have been customers of mine for a very, very long time. I don't know what to tell you. I came here to collect rent, and this is where it's at. This place is in shambles.
While we're talking, do I hear anything at all from the nobles next to me?
You're aware that they're whispering to each other. Every now and then, the Baron himself just seems to kind of give a very nasty, like almost like an amused little snort, either at something he said or something that the woman he's with has said. But they don't seem to be paying you any attention at all.
Okay.
Can Nix and I come back and meet up with the others to exchange what we found out?
Oh, we haven't covered you yet.
Oh, okay.
In our turn.
Love it.
Yeah, all three. We've split the party, so we're going to have to go in 3 different ways here.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so
figure out if there's anything else.
Yeah, Rin is talking to Lex. He says, I last came through the tavern early this morning. I was bringing an extra delivery of ale and suds because it's going to be a big. Was going to be a big day. So we bought extra supplies, and they loaded those into the cellar just before sunup. I came by just before 12 bells to collect the housekeeping money. I was on my way down to the kipper. Thought I'd come in here, just get it on the way. And you can see what's in there. That's what I walked into. Shocking.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is, could I get a sense of? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use detect thoughts on him. Oh no, I'm gonna use detect thoughts on the Baron.
Have you've got detect thoughts as well?
Oh yes.
Oh my Christ!
Just
In
realised.
Yuri Geller party over here. Right. Okay. Are you okay? Casting spell. That's all good.
While I'm talking to him, I'm gonna just glance at the nobleman and noblewoman, and I will cast detect thoughts.
Okay. Be aware then. This
Yeah.
is something that I'm just going to say this before you do it because I know you're like a newer player. Detect thoughts has a verbal, somatic, and material component. That there isn't a way to very kind of go. It's very obvious that you're casting a spell because this is
right.
the full.
Okay. Yeah. No,
You're talking the full Harry Potter version, you know. Blah 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 blah. You know, you're saying the words, you're making the gestures, and you focus it. You have to focus it through your spell focus, whether that's a wand or a staff or whatever.
Yes.
This isn't the type of thing you can just kind of go. Tell me what you think.
Got it.
You have to physically cast the spell, so you can totally do it.
Yeah.
You're stood right in front of him
obvious. No, that's
in the middle of a conversation with somebody. I mean, and then you're just going to go, excuse me a moment, Mr. Dwarf.
Got it. Right. In that case,
I'm not trying to tell you not to. You can
no.
totally
I don't
read
think
the
it's going to
Baron's
be a
thought.
good idea.
But they're all
Right.
going to know you did it. It's
Yes,
basically
yes,
what I'm
they
saying.
will.
They all think you're nuts anyway, so that's fine. Go around
They
booping
don't
everyone.
yet. Only
That's
one
alright,
person
so
so far
do it.
thinks that I'm nuts. Only one so far, unless he actually
Yeah,
told
the
them.
captain, he's
I'm
probably gone
good.
out and told everyone. We're going to have to disown you.
Okay, so I know that this is the owner and they're shippish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thank him for the information. If there's anything else you want, you can tell us. Let us know. We will be around. I'm gonna go and investigate further. I'll see what's happening, and we will definitely find out what happened here. And I'm gonna walk away and go towards the main party.
Okay. So he thanks you as you leave, and he just continues wringing his hands and just looking upset.
Yeah.
go to Nix and Celine.
Yeah.
So Nix has decided to stay with her cousin. She's keeping a wary eye over Celine and just watching what's happening around. Celine centers herself, mutters the words, makes the gestures, casts Detect Thoughts. Boom. Okay. All of a sudden, everything that you see when you lock eyes on a person, you're just immediately bombarded with just the wave of their current thoughts. So the people that are standing around, as you cast your eyes around, you get the usual flood of inane shit that people are thinking about. Like,
Yeah.
oh God, I forgot to get the goose for dinner. Oh, I hate this guy. Why won't he shut up? I wonder what. Oh, it's hot today. I wish I brought my coat. God, look, they're weird looking. Are those elves? God, that's so strange. Everything's so weird. Look at that. You don't see them around here. Oh, it's terrible what happened in there. What am I going to explain to the kids? How am I going to tell them about this? They used to love Roden. He was a lovely bloke. How am I going to tell them what happened to him? So on and so forth. You're scanning just the mundanities of the people that you manage to lay your eyes on. And so you look past all these people and think, that's great, no problem. None of them seem to be giving you anything particularly interesting. Close your eyes for a moment and you just reach out past what you can see. There's a thinking creature in the building over there. There's 2 in there. There's 3 over there, and that's all very close together. I wonder what they're doing. Each their own. It's a free country. Scan, scan, scan. Then there's something below. There's something below and to the left, and you look over. It's beneath the guppy.
Okay.
There's 2 of them. There's 3 of them. There's 4 of them. They're beneath the pub. There are 4 thinking creatures beneath the tavern.
Okay.
There's not meant to be anything in there. That's a strange place for things to be.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Scan, 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 scan. There's one thinking thing above the tavern. As you open your eyes and you look up over the blue shingles on top of the roof, roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Actually, Nix, you can as well. Because
Okay, cool.
you'd be following her movements as you're keeping an eye on her.
18.
Nice. That's a good job that you were there. There's a
Yeah.
fire-
Oh my god, my
Honestly.
perception is shocking.
Celine, you're kind of overwhelmed by the sensory input that's coming from all these different places, all these different angles. You can read the presence of these minds. You can't read anything else from there, and you open your eyes, and it takes you a second to just get yourself together. But Nix, you follow Celine's movements. You followed where her head was looking, and you just see this tail just duck over the arch of the top of the guppy. We're not talking dragon-sized tail here. We're talking. It's a scale. It's still scaly, but it's only about 2 feet long, and it just disappears over the ridge of the roof, out of your eye line.
I don't know. Is Logan and Maverick, are you guys still inside?
Yeah, they're currently looking over the trapdoor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Logan's looking for stairs because he's like, I want to go down and look in the cellar.
Can we go in and warn them?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go in and tell them that there's. Well, you need to tell them what you thought you
Yeah.
read, and I'm going to tell them about the scaly tail.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on in.
Yeah. Hi guys.
Hello. Hello, pretty ladies.
Oh. Very sweet.
You're like a Labrador.
I think I'll
guys,
be-
I've just seen a scaly tail on the top of the guppy.
And
Not
I've
dragon.
perceived
It's
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's not dragon-sized, but it's weird.
But this
Yeah,
time I've already also come back to them.
Yeah, and I could sense there were people down below us, thinking creatures.
I'm
Oh.
gonna stop. I'm about 3 steps down the step, like, and just start pointing like beneath me.
And I just nod like, yeah, no good.
Who's down there?
Oh no.
Hello.
Discount you and Logan. It's fine.
I like throw the ale bottle and I'm like trying to get my shield off my shoulder, but struggling in the gap. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this.
Oh, can I take out like sword and my knife? Ready?
So before everyone starts, what is the plan? Are we just going in?
Well, I'm already halfway down the stairs, so I'm a bit concerned that whatever's down there has already seen my legs. So I'm a bit like, I kind of want to be ready in case it comes up the stairs at me. Now I know there's something.
Also, I'm pretty sure we've lost Scott.
Yeah, I think we have lost Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
frozen.
think I
Yeah.
have the biggest
Look how
dark
handsome
vision,
he
so
is.
could I stand at the top of the stairs and kind of look down the trapdoor and see if I can see anything?
I've already kind of lit it up like a Christmas tree.
He
Oh, okay,
might
I
have.
didn't know you should have your
yeah.
light down there.
Yeah,
I think you need to go upstairs.
Okay.
We'll just
Well,
wait for
right
Scott.
now we can't
I
really
think-
do anything.
Yeah, I
let's
think
wait
for
for
Scott to come
We're
back.
gonna freeze in a sort of like a.
Scott frozen.
And just before they went
Very
into
nice
the
pose.
cellar, the game ends.
At the end. You got to end it on a cliffhanger. Keep the people wanting.
Damn right.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh,
Bye. Are we all reshuffled?
Probably.
Yeah.
we look.
Oh,
we're
okay.
reshuffling.
Dan is the new dungeon master.
Yes, you
Aha!
are.
It is. I have
Oh
the
no,
power
Narrek's
now.
in charge. We're gonna die.
Okay, so
Oh,
everyone is
no.
gonna jump.
Yeah, sorry, having some minor technical issues.
No
You
problem.
are now Narvak. Dan is the new dungeon master.
So on top of, puking my guts up every 5 minutes, I'm now having technical issues as well, just to make things extra fun. Okay, let's see if we can get a camera run.
D&D can go a little bit wrong at one point.
Oh yeah, and
Amazing.
it's a stream as well, so it's always going to go wrong. There's always
Yeah,
a
yeah.
technical issue with the
Yeah.
stream.
I've never had
You've been kicked. You've been
I've
kicked.
never had this many issues going on all at the same time.
Right,
Christ.
there we go. Now we're all in our proper places.
There we go. I exist. Hello.
Yay!
Right,
so-
Scott? Did you hear what is going on? Or
I did not. Last I heard was Lex rejoining you, and
Right.
and Nick saying, "I saw a tail, but it wasn't a dragon."
Yeah.
Because
I just
That
warned
was a
them.
great impression.
Yeah. So look,
Yeah.
he's gone down like a couple of steps down the steps into the cellar. So his feet are like clearly obviously visible to anyone in there as Celine's
Well, there's-
coming and people in
As
there.
far as you
It's
think.
bold of
Yeah.
me to assume that there are steps. There is a ladder.
Well, I'm down the ladder then. Wherever it is, like I'm basically going down it because I wanted to see what was down in the cellar.
You're going down the
Yeah.
ladder.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then I
literally
warned
halfway
them.
down the ladder. Literally,
Okay.
as
Yeah.
I'm like sticking my hammer in, my feet are like down, and I'm at the top, like. So,
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
This is very good. So
Uh,
Logan starts to climb his way down the ladder. He gets a couple of rungs down. He's resting his arms on the top. He's like, okay. That's when Celine and Nick enter the tavern with Lex just closely behind them. Malice pauses in the doorway, watches them re-enter. What do you two say to him as you enter?
you go first, Nix.
Okay. There's something on top of the guppy. I just saw its tail. Scott, do I know what colour the tail is?
Yeah, it was green, but it seemed to be blending in with the blue of the tiles.
Okay. Do I recognise the tail at all? Do I know what creature it's from at all?
Interesting. Take a nature check for me.
Ooh.
I've got a +5.
Ranger power.
23.
23.
Wow.
This was definitely some form of lizard's tail, but scaled up to at least be the size of a large humanoid. And using your, understanding of such things, it must have belonged to a creature that was anywhere between 5 to 7 feet tall. And it looked pretty heavily scaled. It also seemed to have some kind of chameleonic property where it was blending in with the colour of the tavern roof. and it seemed to scamper out of sight to avoid being seen by you two.
Okay.
And then I warn them, saying I sense 5 creatures down below the tavern, and I take out my sword just in case.
I'm sort of there, like pause, like. Did
Yeah.
you mean down here?
Yeah, and I
Soon
know.
as-
Yeah,
As soon as
slogan.
the words
Started reaching for my hammer.
As soon as the
Hold
words
my hammer.
beneath the tavern leave out of your heads, Logan, you feel 2 powerful, taloned hands
Oh
wrap
no.
themselves around
Time
your
for
ankles.
Odin, baby.
Logan died.
I need to roll a strength check for me against the strength of the creature that's just grabbed your ankles.
Strength saving throw, isn't it?
Yep, strength save. No, it's a contested strength check.
Is that just literally hits the strength stat on the character
Yeah.
sheet?
1d20 plus strength, baby.
19.
That's a really good roll,
Logan is a strong boy.
but it ain't a 24.
No, you mean
Sorry.
19 plus 5.
Oh,
A
dear.
19 is a
Hi,
fantastic
Logan.
roll, but it is not.
It is.
But it is not a 24.
No,
Yeah.
It's not.
your grasp of maths impresses me, sir.
As the words come out of Celine's mouth, creatures beneath the tavern,
Yeah.
you feel these 2 hands wrap around your ankles, and 4 very sharp, piercing bits of pain as the long talons at the end of each finger sink into the meat at the front of your shin. And before you have a chance to say a word, all of you are just looking at Logan's eyes as they go wide, and all of a sudden, he just gets yanked straight down through the trapdoor.
I'm taking my axe out and I'm jumping straight down after him.
Yeah, and I jump in as well with my sword.
Okay. I'm going to say we're going to... Everyone will need to roll initiative, but I think that's where we should probably start the next session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm going to fucking die if
Yeah,
I do not
that's
follow this. I
no
feel
problem
so
at
bad.
all, mate. No problem
I'm
at
so
all.
sorry, guys.
No,
That's all right.
it's
don't need to
really
apologise. You
Honestly.
can't help feeling like
Yeah,
shit, dude.
I like where it's ended.
Yeah, that's a hell of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It is a good cliffhanger.
All right, guys. So we are
Entirely accidentally placed. I'd like to say that was the plan all along, but it really wasn't.
No, that was a perfect
Yeah,
place to end
Logan.
it.
Chunk straight down into the basement.
Logan,
Okay.
can you show your face as you're getting dragged down into the basement? Please do your face.
I love it.
Yeah.
1 second, I need to make this authentic.
Okay, so
Oh, yes.
so you've just had your legs have been grabbed. Now.
So,
And then you say,
That is exactly how it's going.
as Narvak jumped in, you just can hear Lexfius in the background going, "It's fine, he's a healer."
Does Logan have to climb down? Not Logan. Does Maverick have to climb down, or can he just step down and duck?
Well, let's just hope you can fit through the fucking
yeah, the
trapdoor as
question
a
is, can
start.
he fit through the trapdoor? It's my last sight as I'm eaten by some lizard, just his legs. Just
I'm
dangling.
actually.
He's just going to
this is,
dive down there, get wedged in there, and just his feet kicking in the sky. Like,
But yeah,
I'm
he's
just
like, I
envisioning
imagine him wearing some
Simpsons
form
movie.
of battle kilt. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
but yeah, chat. We are leaving it there for
Just
this
have a
evening.
quick good
Thank you very much for sticking with us. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. Thank you again, Paul, for your lurking, and I hope you enjoyed the show. And
Just one quick question: do I have my hammer with me when I'm dragged into the abyss?
I'm going to assume that you have some form of loop around your wrists that's attached to the hammer. I'm not going to disarm you as well.
Yeah.
So, yes,
not an amateur.
so
You're not an amateur.
You're holding onto your
So,
hammer while you're ass dangling down there.
Alright, so yeah, so do join us next week where we find out if Naravek can fit through this trapdoor that he's just tried to jump down, and if we can save our one and only healer of the party.
Fine. There's only what 4 of them. That's fine. Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
next.
how
That'll
you
be
got
next
it?
week
Have
about 7:30, probably 7:30 because I'll have to set everything up and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, but yeah, guys. See you all next week, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Good night.
Thank you for
Yay.
DMing,
later.
Scott. Even though
Yeah.